Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to get some cards. We're going to look at what's going on with Capricorn, who needs to hear a message. I feel like the Seven of Cups has been coming up a lot for Capricorn lately. I feel like you need some time to yourself. You need some alone time. I feel like there's something that is overwhelming you, that you're feeling overwhelmed by something. And you need some rest. You need some time to yourself. You need to sort through things. You kind of need to step away from the chaos or the busyness of life. That you have to sort things out. Sort things out. All right, let's see. What else we got going on here for Capricorn? I feel like Nine of Pentacles is coming out a lot too. Nine of Pentacles. Sometimes we don't realize that if we step away from things, right? If we take that break, sometimes we feel guilty because we're like, oh, I don't want to take time out. I don't want to, I feel guilty. I've got so much to do. I've got so much on my plate. I don't want to take this time to myself. But I feel like if you feel that urge inside, if you feel kind of your body telling you that, or your mind is telling you that, hey, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling on overload, that if it's saying to do that, I feel that it's very important for you to listen to that and for you to take that time to sort things through. And I find that if I take that time and I have that day where I just have that time to myself and I do whatever it is, sometimes it's just, I really want to do a deep cleaning on my house, or I really want to, have that day where I just take care of all of this stuff, or I have that day where I just want to binge watch TV and I don't want to do anything. If I have that day where I'm really able to recharge myself, that I feel like I can move forward with a clearer mind, and it's almost like I can get more stuff done rather than struggling trying to get a few things done because I'm feeling overwhelmed. If I'm feeling rejuvenated and I'm feeling recharged, then I can get a whole bunch of stuff done. And I feel like that's what you need. I feel like that's something that is important for you, and you find out that it's really rewarding for yourself. Sharing, communicating, I feel like giving back, spending time with others, right? Are you kind of keeping to yourself? Maybe it's about spending time with other people. Like, have you kind of been a hermit lately? And do you need to be spending time with someone else? Like, sometimes social calendar becoming more busy. Sometimes we kind of get into our own, where we're keeping to ourselves, and maybe when you take this time to yourself, you're like, hey, I realize that I need to spend more time. I need to kind of beef up my social calendar. Maybe it's like you want spending more time with other people. Aquarius, for some reason I'm feeling Aquarius. Feeling more positive. When you're able to spend time with friends and people that you care about and get yourself out there, it kind of, you feel like you're talking about things, you're releasing things, you're letting go. It's kind of a form of therapy, to be honest. Because I feel like talking and releasing things is a form of therapy, and you're letting things go. And when you're sharing with people, right, and you're going out and you're having fun, or you're getting together, you're hanging over a friend's house or family, and you're getting out there and you're able to talk about things, I feel like it brings this sense of release, right? And then I feel like because you've had that sense of release, that you're ready to take actions to move forward on things. Like I feel like you're ready to start something, right? New. You're feeling recharged. Sometimes we don't realize that. Like I was saying, if you have a busy calendar and you have a lot going on, that maybe you need some time to yourself to recharge, or have you been keeping to yourself a lot and you're feeling like now it's time for you to get out there? Because we've got the King of Wands, we've got the Knight of Wands, we've got the Ace of Wands, and that's actions, 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 right? Getting yourself out there. King of Wands is kind of somebody who, you know, I feel that he's very wise, that he looks over the past, that he looks at, you know, kind of how you've been, but feeling like, how can I change that? Like you're like looking at, okay, this is how I used to be, but I feel like I want some change. I feel like I want to start taking actions on things. All right, Chariot, Cancer sign, moving forward, right? That you're in control of this journey, of where your life is going, of what's happening. I feel like you want to move forward on something. Justice. I feel like justice cards are things falling in your favor, things happening for you. Libra, a lot of people. So that could go back here with this, because I was saying that social calendar, people, surrounding yourself with people. Knight of Pentacles. And by doing that, you're feeling like you're making progress and you're feeling better. The Magician. We have the infinity sign up here, which is that individual empowerment and everlasting love. Burning the candle at both ends, being really busy, being really active, getting things done, moving away from negativity, setting out on a new path, not holding yourself back, ready to move forward. Exciting. I feel like that excitement and that zest for life comes back. Like maybe you had it before and then you kind of lost it, but now you're having that zest for life, right? Now you're having that excitement coming back in. King of Cups, letting go of things that you need to let go of, right? But then also life becomes easier, like it flows better. Looking within, Hermit, Virgo, looking within to find those answers. I feel like it's self-work here. I feel like it's a lot of self-work. For some reason, I feel like Capricorn is really working on themselves. I feel like Capricorn is really doing that inner soul searching and letting go of those things that maybe you've been hanging on to for a long time, that you realize, I feel like there are certain things, maybe it's jobs, or it's where you're living, or it's relationships and, friendships. It's like, I feel like they kind of have, you learn as much as you can learn from them, you get as much as you can get from them, and then you have this desire and this feeling of that it's time to move on from those, right? Because you want to move on from those. You've gotten everything that you can get from them. Some people are in our lives just for a short time. Some people are in our lives for a longer time. Sometimes people stay in our life, our whole life, or for a long time. But it's like, if you think about all of the people that you've known throughout your life and the relationships that you've had and the times that they've been with you, right? And you've had to move on. And I feel like this is kind of coming to that point, and I feel like with it being the end of the year here, is that you're kind of reassessing things and setting things up for next year, that you're making those adjustments. I feel like maybe this year there was a lot of adjustments, there was a lot of change, there was a lot of thinking, there was a lot of inner self-work, realizations. Of course, we're all, because this is a general reading, we're all kind of at a different level of that, but I feel like there's a lot of that shifting going on, and it definitely, from what I've been reading from your comments, there are a lot of people that are making changes, right? They're making adjustments, they're realizing things, they're seeing things, they're realizing that you're in control of where you're going, that you're setting down your path, that you're laying down that path, right? and you're taking those opportunities. I feel like this is representing opportunities that you feel that you want to take, that you want to explore. You're letting go of what you need to let go of. You're doing that inner work. You know, you're feeling like life is becoming easier. We have the 9 of Wands kind of hanging in there. You feel beat up and you feel battered, but you know, you've hung in there, and that's something that you have to pat yourself on the back with. He's kind of got that bandage over his head, you know, so he's feeling like he's beat up and he's been through a lot, but you have to make sure that you give yourself that pat on the back for the accomplishments that you're doing and the things that you have done, and always reward yourself for making those tough choices and those things that you've had to walk away from, but those things that you've explored and that you've tried, right? That you have to make sure that you reward yourself for those things and you acknowledge those. Bottom of the cup, relationships. I feel like this one's coming out a lot too. So I feel like it's also that relationship that you have with yourself, the relationship that you have with others. You're working on those relationships, the ones that are important for you. They're walking away from the ones that are not important. And that's what I was saying, is that there's, you know, things in our lives that kind of have that expiration date where it's like, okay, that's kind of run its course and now I'm ready to move on, and making those changes. And they're definitely hard things to do. They're not easy. Sometimes it takes us longer, but sometimes it goes past the expiration date, right? You're like, oh, I've done this for too long, right? I've hung in there too long, but you want to make sure that you catch that so it doesn't go to the negative. All right, we have transform. I love that. That's so beautiful. Transform. That's what I feel like you're going through. We have all of these butterflies here, and I feel like it's you transforming and you changing and making those choices that are better for you, and looking at those opportunities. Do I need to spend time to myself to recharge? Have I been spending too much time to myself, and I need to get myself out there, right? I need to kind of look back over what I've kind of done and where I want to go. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.